My name is Christy Lawrence. I am one of the visual arts instructors here at Mountain Home High School, and it is truly an honor to stand before you tonight and recognize such an exceptional group of students. To our 48 seniors being celebrated as Mountain Home High School Fine Arts Achievers, congratulations. This distinction is not something that happens by chance. It represents years of commitment, discipline, creativity, and heart. Whether your journey has been in band, theater, visual arts, or vocal music, you have chosen a path that requires courage. The courage to create, to perform, and to share part of yourself with others. You have dedicated at least 8 semesters to one area of the fine arts in your high school career, some of you 2 areas, and possibly more than 16 semesters, which often meant making hard choices and sacrifices. The fine arts are often described as extra, but anyone in this room knows they are anything but. In fact, your success in the arts has likely strengthened your academic success in powerful ways. You've learned how to think critically, solve problems creatively, and persevere through challenges. You've practiced time management, met high expectations, and developed a level of focus that carries over into every classroom. The discipline it takes to rehearse a piece of music, refine a painting, memorize lines, or perfect a performance is the same discipline that leads to success in any field. But beyond academics, the fine arts play a vital role in something even more important: your mental and emotional well-being. The arts give you a voice when words fall short. They offer a space to process emotions, reduce stress, and find balance in the middle of busy, sometimes overwhelming lives. In moments when the world feels uncertain, music, art, and performance provide clarity, connection, and healing. They remind you, and all of us, what it means to be human. And as you look forward to your future, whether you pursue the arts professionally or carry them with you as a lifelong passion, the skills you've developed will continue to serve you. Creativity, collaboration, empathy, and resilience are not just art skills. They are life skills. The ability to see the world differently, to imagine what could be, and to bring ideas to life is something that will set you apart in any career you choose. The fine arts matter because they tell our stories. They preserve culture, inspire change, and bring people together. They teach us to listen, to observe, and to understand perspectives beyond our own. In a world that often moves quickly and values measurable outcomes, the arts remind us to pause, reflect, and feel. So tonight, we celebrate not just what you have achieved, but who you have become in the process. You are creators. You are thinkers. You are leaders. And most importantly, you are individuals who understand the value of expression, connection, and beauty in the world. As you move forward, I encourage you to keep the arts in your life. Continue to create, to perform, and to imagine. The world needs what you have to offer now more than ever. Congratulations, Mountain Home High School Fine Arts Achievers Class of 2026. We are incredibly proud of you.
It's my pleasure to introduce tonight's guest speaker. Mr. Tim Nelson is a 1990 graduate of Arkansas Tech. He graduated 2 years before me. We actually went to school together. He's taught for over 30 years at Greene County Tech, and then he was band director at Cotter for several years, and 23 years in Mountain Home. So we've had former band directors, choir directors, theater teachers, art teachers in the past be our guest speaker. And I thought it'd be really cool. Let's have the full circle moment with your first grade music teacher, your first exposure to the art. So how many of you had Mr. Nelson back in the first and second? Yeah, majority of you. So would you please welcome this evening our guest speaker, Mr. Tim Nelson.
Thank you. I was wondering how many that would have had me in first and second grade. So there's a lot. That's fantastic. So I want to start out with congratulations, class of 2026. Some of you may remember walking into my music room, and well, I should say this. If you came into Mountain Home third grade and higher, in the higher grades, then we probably missed each other. But I'm sure just looking out that we would have had a great time. You know, and I wish I missed out on having you as students. But I'm going to speak today. What I'm going to say today is what everybody needs to hear it. So if I had you as a student or not. But for those of you that remember, when you came in first or second grade in Nelson Wilkes Heron, and things are crazy, always that first day of school, and the building seems so big, and your teacher walks you down the hallway, and you meet me for the first time, and then I have you put your hands together like this. Do you remember that? Okay, I'm going to sing the song that goes with this, and if you know it, you can sing it, all right? Ram, Sam, Sam, Ram, Sam, Sam, Gooly, 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 Ram, Sam, Sam, Rafi, Rafi, Gooly, 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 Ram, Sam, Sam. Oh, that makes my heart feel good. I'm so glad you remembered that. Yeah, give yourself a hand. That's awesome. Hey. You have remembered that song for 12 years. 12 years. I'm so proud. Now, I need you to remember that for the rest of your life, okay? Keep that in your head. That's a go-to song. When you have old enough to have families and children or around children that are in your life, sing that song really slow, and it's a lullaby. Sing it fast, and it's get up out of bed. It's time for school. Or we're going to sing this song, and I need you to clean up your bedroom by the time I get to the end of it. So it's a go-to song. So keep that in your memory for the rest of your life. It'll come in handy. But something that is interesting about that song is that the words don't mean anything at all. They're totally made up. We're not singing any kind of different language or anything. It originally comes from Morocco, and someone in Morocco made it up. And it's gone around the world a few times, and it's made it to Mountain Home and to you. So the neat thing about that song, though, is even though there's no words that mean anything, it made a connection between me and you. That first day of school where everything's crazy, there's chaos everywhere, and we had a little moment where we came in, we got a connection together, and everything was going to be okay. You learned a song, you were ready for music. And that's the kind of the magic or the magic of fine arts, that it can make and develop connections with people so quickly. So you'll more about that a little bit later. But today I do want to congratulate you on not only graduating from high school, because, hey, that's a big deal, graduating from high school, but for completing a full course, 4 years in Mountain Home Public School in the fine arts. And some of you in two areas, which is amazing. This is no small accomplishment. With ever growing distractions in society's ever-shortening attention spans, you've committed yourself to something that takes patience and discipline and creativity and persistence, some of what Ms. Lawrence was talking about. You've given your time, your energy, your effort, your money, your parents' money. Maybe I should put that first, parents' money. Okay, that's probably a lot more. But all of those resources into developing the pursuit of your artistic growth. And like Ms. Lawrence said, the arts are not an extra. Of course, I'm preaching to the choir. Literally tonight, there are choral members in here, and I am preaching to you. So it's not just an activity to fill in an empty slot in your schedule or to something to do after school before you go to work. The arts teach us how to observe, how to listen, how to persevere, how to have empathy for others, which is very important now, and to bring meaning into a very complicated world. And each of you found your artistic home in different ways. So some of you found it in music. Can you raise your hand if you are vocalist or instrumentalist? Let me see where you are, or maybe both. Okay, great, hands down. Everyone did that in unison, fantastic. You do that in band a lot. Navigating a band room, some days a band room maze filled with chairs and stands and sheet music flying everywhere and scales running up and down and random notes from odd places in the room, all before rehearsal starts. Or tripping up the riser steps, for those of you that are inquiring vocal music. I've tripped over steps so many times going up risers. It's crazy. Going up the steps, and then you know that little space that you have between the chair and the step of the riser where you have to do this? To get past past a whole row of tenors, you know, because the tenors, they're not going to move. They will not. But to only find when you get to your chair that you've left your folder in the cabinet, and you have to come all the way back again and do it all over. You've counted rests that have felt endless, repeated passages over and over and over, marched between the 50 and the 45-yard line for 30 minutes, trying to get exactly the right place, until everything finally clicked. And you learn that progress often comes just one measure at a time. Some of you found your artistic home in the visual arts. Where are the visual artists, the artists? Ooh, nice. I see lots of colors on your hands. Paint stains, ink stains, looks like a rainbow. Having a face-off with a blank page or an empty canvas or stubborn block of clay that will not bend to your will. Learning how to create something from nothing or just your mind's eye and putting it out into the world. Your hands carry traces of charcoal and paint and chalk and clay under your fingernails as you discover that art often begins with uncertainty. Some of you found your artistic home in the theater. Where are the drama people? Yes, very dramatic. We are here. Yes. Waiting quietly in the wings, that shot of adrenaline making your heart race right before you step out into the bright lights, and hoping you don't flub that first line, because you know if you get past the first line, the rest is okay. All right? You learn to trust your voice, to become someone else for a moment, and to tell stories that invited others to see the world differently. And I know that many of you stayed long after the others went home, because you guys are completers. That's kind of what you do. Rehearsing, painting, sculpting, singing, building, revising, throwing it all away and starting all over again. We know who you are. Your teachers know who you are because we're those people too, and we see you. All these moments require something deeper than just talent. They require patience and vulnerability and discipline and empathy and resilience. And that raises an important question. Why use so much resources and effort and time creating art? And we know the answer, because the world needs artists. The world we live in is a noisy place. It's more divided. It's uncertain. It's easy to believe that art, like Miss Lawrence said, that art is an option when there are so many serious problems to attend to. But there's a British author and creativity coach. Her name's Amy McNee. And if you ever get a chance to see her, she's got a really good YouTube video. It's a TED Talk that she did. But she talks about everybody being creative. Whether you consider yourself an artist or not, so it doesn't matter. The art of creating, it does so many good things in lots of different ways. But her name is Amy McNee, and you can find her on YouTube. But I'm paraphrasing like crazy on this. She says, don't sideline your creativity. Making art gives you agency in a world where we may feel we have very little control. So creativity is our power to enact change. And artists can bring order to chaos. And this idea matters for us. As artists, you have learned to look closely and very deeply at the world around you. Some of you translated what you've seen into color and texture, shape and form. You notice details that other people just walk right by. And the world needs that. Some of you made sound where there was silence. You created moments that lingered in the air long after the final note. And the world needs that. Some of you told stories through movement, expression, words, and stage performance. Stories that stayed with the audience long after the stage lights dimmed. And the world needs that. Artists bring order to the chaos. And you bring meaning to moments that might otherwise go unnoticed. You give people a way to be seen, to feel seen, to be understood and connected. And this brings order and peace. This is the important part. No one else can create exactly what you create because no one else sees the world through your perspective. I'm going to say that again. I need that to sink in. No one else can create exactly what you create because no one else sees the world from your perspective. So as you move forward into college, a career or a path that's not clear yet, keep making your art. Find ways to keep doing it. Keep creating when it feels small, when maybe it's just for you. Keep creating when it feels imperfect. There'll be times when the paint is not going to mix right. The chords are not going to resolve. That scene will not land the way that you imagined it. But as a completer, you already know how to keep showing up. You already know how to try again. All right? You already know how to create something meaningful from chaos and uncertainty. Class of 2026, you matter. Your voice matters. Your art matters. So keep making it. The world, our world, needs that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. What an incredible impact Mr. Nelson has made on our school community, on thousands and thousands of individuals. So we are honored to have him tonight. So now we will start honoring our graduates by providing you with cords that you can wear at graduation and your certificates. So we have you divided in categories. We will recognize a group of 4 young ladies first who are double achievers in 2 different areas. And so after we recognize these 4 young ladies, we will recognize you in this order: band, choir, theater, and visual art. So after these young ladies leave the stage, when you see the name up on the screen, if your area is up on the screen, if you will come down and stand at the bottom of these stairs, and then as your name is called, we will come up here and we will give you your cord and your certificate. And then if you can stand on the stage, and we'd like to take a photograph as a group.
So if our 4 double achievers could come wait at the bottom of these stairs, please. Our first double achiever, who is achieving in theater and vocal music, we have Anastasia Svoboda. Next, in theater and visual arts, we have Emery Williams. Next, in band and vocal music, we have Natalie Kaler. And finally, in theater and vocal music, we have Symphony Fox. One more time for them. The next group of students that we will be honoring is our band students. So band, if you could make your way down to this side of the stage. First, we have Tyson Arnold. Erica Chenevy. Jack Coleman. Hannah Dooley. Evan Franklin. Madison Hughes. Jocelyn Hudson. Dominic Jesse. Caden Casper. Natalie Kaler. Judith Lloyd. Connor Morgan. David Noyola. Lily Prochik. Riley Roberts. Nick Snyder. Lydia Stevens. And Stephen Sturgis.
Congratulations to our band students. So on behalf of Mrs. Tori Proctor, we will be presenting her students that are earning the choir chords tonight. Mrs. Proctor is so proud of these kids, and I know that we are proud of her. She does a phenomenal job with these students. You can just see her love and her energy when she's working with them. So we are so happy for her and Mr. Proctor and their new little baby and everybody as well. So our choir students, if you will come down to the bottom of the stage, please. Alyssa Campbell. Anastasia Swoboda. Brandon Munson. Hayden Snyder. Julia Chedka. Kirsten Barron. Natalie Kaler. Sarah Mortvet. Symphony Fox. And Trenton Smith. Congratulations to our choir students.
Could the theater students please come forward? Sophia Davis. Symphony Fox. Dawson Royer. Anastasia Swoboda. Emery Williams.
And finally, the visual arts, if you would make your way to the steps over here. All right, we have Hayden Bartos. Pixie Bullock. Nikita Brunette. Haley Chandler. Jamie Chandler. Juliana Eckelberger. Abigail Edens. Chloe Hodge. Kara Jackson. Lillian Kingery. Maggie Manis. Katie Martineau. Olivia McCoy. McKenna Medley. Draven Morrison. Ashlyn Quinney. Natalie Snyder. Colton Story. And Emery Williams. As I turn it back over to Miss Lawrence, I will say I think this is probably the most fine arts achievers we've had in quite a while, 42. So I don't think we've had this many art students all together. So congratulations to all of you.
So congratulations to all of our fine artists tonight. We do have our scholarship announcements that we're going to make this evening in our Fine Arts Achievers area. And so we are going to introduce Mrs. Molly Morgan, a member of our school board and the executive director of Mountain Home Education Foundation.
I didn't know I was going to say a few words, but this is so exciting to see so many students thriving in what they're supposed to be doing, in the arts, in the music, in performing. I was a choir person myself, made all-state choir way back 35 years ago. It's very special to have these memories that y'all have made over the past few years. And with that being said, I'm going to work with Ms. Lawrence, and we're going to award 4 $500 scholarships. And I want you to take this money that's been given to you by community members and fly. That's all we want you to do, is be the best person that you can be.
The scholarship recipient for the band area, Riley Roberts. And Riley, go ahead and stay on stage. We'll get you. In the area of theater, Emery Williams. For the visual arts, McKenna Medley. And the area of vocal music, Kirsten Barron. Congratulations to these young ladies, and thank you so much for Mrs. Morgan and her presence tonight, and so many people who made that possible by donating to the Mountain Home Education Foundation. They have always been very supportive of this program. I also would like to thank our administrators. We have Mrs. Russell and Mrs. Dewey here tonight, and without them and their support, things would not be possible like this event tonight. So we thank you for your support and everything you do for us and our program and our kids. Well, thank you, parents and guardians. Thank you so much for everything you do for your kids and getting them this far, and congratulations to our graduates. Go Bombers, and congratulations, class of 2026. Have a safe night.